Hi, this will be chord shapes video number 2, which is a follow-up, obviously, from chord shapes video number 1, where we went over different voicings for an E chord that you can slide up and down the neck. I encourage you to take a look at that. It'll give you different voicings that you can use for different chords as well, and you'll hear those in a lot of contemporary worship songs. This one we're going to cover different chords in the same key. And so we're going to build off of the E chord in the key of E here. If you remember from the first video, we talked about the E chord, that the second position we talked about was this one. So if that is our E, we're going to take the A and the D string in the second fret, and we're going to bar those with your index finger. So the full shape would look like that. We've got our ring finger on the G string in the 4th fret and pinky on the B string in the 5th fret. And that you can use all the way up and down the neck again. So this being our root, the E, right there. So there's an F, F sharp, G, A. You can use that all the way. However, for this particular one, there's the E chord. The A you can bar here. Again, that is the second position bar chord. That way. The B, the 5 chord in the key of E, is a modification of that second position bar chord. So this is a B bar chord, but we're just going to play the E, or the A, the D, and the G string. So we're going to mute the E, and we're going to mute the B and the E on the bottom. So you can play that fully and get the whole sound of the chord without having all the open notes to really clutter it up. Then the 2 minors are fairly simple. The 2 minor in the key of E obviously is the F sharp minor, and there's a couple of ways you can voice that. The easiest one is to place your middle finger on the F sharp, which is the 2nd fret on the E string. Then we're going to mute the A again with that finger. Then the ring finger goes on the D in the same fret, and then your pinky on the G in the same fret. So we're all in the same fret. Now for an F sharp minor, you can play everything open and that's fine. But again, here's your root on the top, so you can play that all the way up and down the neck. Where you'll see that the most is F sharp minor, G sharp minor, B minor, and a C sharp minor. And you can play them anywhere, but that's where you'll see those used the most. The other voicing for that minor is with your thumb over the top again in that F sharp, then your ring finger in the 4th fret on the A, your pinky directly underneath it, and then your pointer on the G string in the 2nd fret. You'll see that one again used mostly as the F sharp minor, not so much in the B minor, but the C sharp minor. That's where you're going to see that the most. F sharp minor, G sharp minor, and the C sharp minor. You see that voicing and that pattern used a lot. The other one is the 6th minor in the key of E, is the C sharp minor. So use your ring finger here and place it in the 4th fret on the A string, and that's the root. So again, wherever you place that finger in this chord shape will determine what that minor actually is. Then your pointer finger in the 2nd fret on the D string, and then your pinky in the 4th fret on the G string. And again, we're going to mute the E. You just play with this and see what sounds good rather than going into all the theory with you. So again, you're going to see that one mostly with the C sharp minor and the F sharp minor up here. It's where you'll see that voicing the most. So now you know, when you see that worship leader up there playing the whole song within 4 frets and not jumping all over the place, that's how he's doing it. And so I want to show you the song Every Day is one that I used to struggle with because I was playing the chords exactly the way they were in the chord chart, but it didn't sound the same. And so here is how to play that song using these chord shapes. So it's the E, B, G sharp minor, F sharp minor. Now that's a full F sharp. It's an F sharp major in that song, actually. And here's how it goes. There you go. A lot of Hillsong music will do that. You'll see songs in A flat and you just think, I'm not going to play that song. Actually, they're very simple. flat, D flat, and then there is an F minor. So F minor, D flat. So there you go. You can play an A flat very simply, doing it that way. The other one is Tim Hughes' original version of Beautiful One. We covered this chord shape in the last video. It's the C chord shape, played with different fingers. Same shape, but your bottom 3 fingers instead of the top 3 fingers. And so again, wherever that middle finger lands is the root. That determines what chord it is. And so if you're in the key of D, then your pointer finger will go in the fret just before it on the G string to fill up that chord. So again, in the key of D, you wouldn't play the E on the top and the bottom. So you can just kind of play with that and see what sounds good. In the key of E, obviously, you can play the whole thing. It's wide open. The way Tim Hughes uses that chord is up here. Again, so this would be our root on the G note, which is the B string. And then here's the other root up here. And he's going to lift that bottom, that middle finger up and leave that open. And so you'll recognize this lick. It goes. And then he's going to play the A wide open here, which is the A chord, just with open strings. And so we're going to lift from that position. We're going to remove the bar, and we're going to remove our pinky, and then move your ring finger down 1 string. And that's an A, open A. It's an A2, actually. But that's how he plays that. So it goes. And there's the D. Then he also plays a B minor in that song, and that's that B minor right there. So it's wonderful, so wonderful is your unfailing love. Your cross is spoken mercy over me. So there you go. Hope you enjoy that. Let me know if there's something that you don't understand or something you need me to clarify. This is my first stab at this. So I want to be helpful. Let me know if I am, or if I'm not, just tell me how I can be. So be blessed, and go get excellent on your guitar.